Everybody, March 2nd, National Banana Cream Pie Day. Who don't love banana cream pie? And especially if you make it from scratch, which is what we're going to do today. But not only are we making a banana cream pie today, we're putting our twist on it, and we're making a Bananas Foster banana cream pie today. This thing's going to be really, really good because we're taking two really good desserts and putting them together. Let's just hope it all works out okay, because what we did with this one, we researched a bunch of recipes and we took a piece from here and a piece from here and a piece from there, and we kind of made it into our own. So this is one of those examples of us taking some liberty with a recipe and trying to make it even better, which I think this one's going to be. Alrighty, let me show you what we need. I'm going to show you step by step because this is one of those step-by-step recipes. There's no baking in this, which is really good. A little cooking on the stove, but other than that, we should be good to go today. So I'm going to show you the ingredients for each step right before each step. Alrighty, let's get started today. Okay, first step today, we have to make our crust. So you will need 2½ cups of Nilla wafers, or 1 box is exactly 2½ cups, 1/4 cup of sugar, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 5 tablespoons of melted butter, unsalted. So let's get started today. We're going to take in a big bowl our crushed up box of Nilla wafers. We actually food process them, so it would be nice and finely ground. We're going to mix together our teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 cup of sugar, and our melted butter. Well, actually, you know what? We'll sift this first, just so we get this all mixed together. That would probably be best before we dump our sugar in, just so you don't, our butter in, just so you don't get clumps of sugar and cinnamon that don't mix in well. So mix that first, or with a whisk, and then you're going to pour in your melted butter, and you're going to mix that all together. Once you have your butter all mixed in with your crumbs and your spices, you're going to take a springform pan, 10-inch springform. You're going to put your crumbs right in there, and then all you're going to do is press them to make a bottom and have them come up about maybe 1 inch or 2 up the sides as well. Okay, and you're just going to press all that in there. The butter will help hold all that together. Okay, let's do that. We'll be right back. Okay, that's just about done. Now, see, what I do, a little trick I do is I take my largest measuring cup, my cup size measuring cup, and that's what I use to press down my crust and go around the sides and make a nice, even crust. I mean, it's not even on the top, but that's okay. Again, we don't go for perfection. We go for taste before perfection. So this is going to go in the fridge. We're going to let this chill while we start the bananas part of this, okay? See you in a few. Okay, for our pie filling, we need 1/4 cup of unsalted butter, or 4 tablespoons, 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of ground ginger, a 1/2 teaspoon of allspice, and 4 bananas peeled and sliced. Alrighty, it's time to make our banana filling for this pie, okay? So what we're going to do is take a large skillet here, high sides. We're going to put in our 4 tablespoons of butter and our brown sugar, and we're just going to cook this till it's boiling, okay? So it's nice and bubbly and boiling. There is our bubbling brown sugar and butter mixture. So what we're going to do now is add our cinnamon, our ginger, and our allspice. Okay, and we're just going to stir that into this mixture. Just because it'll be easier to stir before we put our bananas in. Just so it's pretty well incorporated. Just make sure you're working on a medium to low heat here, okay? And then, once that's mixed in, take your sliced bananas and put them right in, okay? Now just move them around gently to coat them while they cook. You don't want to break them up into small pieces. We want to keep them as whole as possible, okay? Okay, these have been cooking. That's what you want to, see if we can get you a nice angle of that. See what you want to get it to. They're nice and soft and tender. They're nicely coated. So we're going to take them off the heat and we're going to leave them here just to cool for a few minutes while we start our next process, okay? But we can leave those there because that has to go into our pie filling, but I don't want to put them in hot since we took the time to cool down the crumb mixture to reharden it. I don't want to dump this hot mixture in there now. So we're going to let that cool down and we're going to get started on the pastry cream, which makes this cream pie a cream pie. Be right back. Okay, and for our pastry cream today, we need 3 cups of half and half, 1 vanilla bean, 8 egg yolks, a half a cup of sugar, a 1/4 cup of dark rum, and 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Okay, to prepare our pastry cream, we're going to take a vanilla bean and we are going to split it down the middle here. And we're going to put it into our pot. And we're going to put our heavy cream, 3 cups of heavy cream, into this pot. And we're going to simmer this and get it just under boiling. Okay, we don't want to boil it, we just want to simmer it. So let's put that on a very low heat and get that up to a simmer. Okay? In the meantime, the fun part now is we got to separate these 8 eggs because we need 8 egg yolks. Again, means you're going to have a really healthy egg white omelet tomorrow morning. Save your egg whites. Or you can make meringues later or whatever you feel inspired to do. But we're going to separate these 8 eggs and get our 8 yolks. Be right back. While our heavy cream is coming to a simmer, we're going to take our pie crust out now, or our springform pan crust out, and we're going to spoon our banana filling, since it's cooled down a bit, into this mold here. Now, it's still a little steamy, but that's okay. It's not scorching hot like it was. Okay? So you just want to spread your banana layer along the bottom of this. Nice and even. Try not, like I said, try not to break them up. Try to move your bananas around as gently as possible, because now they're cooked, so they're a little softer than they were before, okay? But it's really easy to just pat them into place, okay? Look at that. Look at that banana Foster base that we're putting on this thing. And then we're going to put the pastry cream on top of this. This thing's going to be crazy insane. Okay, back in the fridge with this, and then back to our pastry cream. Okay, for this part now, I like to use my mixer. You don't have to, because you're only going to use it for like a minute, but I don't know, I just like the ease of it. So what you're going to do in your mixer bowl, your 8 egg yolks, your sugar, your dark rum, release the Kraken. That's what we're using today, Kraken. Some of you will get that joke, some of you won't. And our cornstarch, okay? Get that all in there. That's it. And now we're just gonna whisk this together. Okay, so here's our warm half and half. We want to temper our eggs first and then put them back in the pot. So I have a bigger pot ready to go once we do that. I just like using this because I think it helps keep them from cooking. You just want to drizzle a little bit in at a time, just to get your eggs and your milk kind of at the same place. Otherwise, you cook your eggs, you scramble your eggs in the milk if you dump it all in at once. You don't want to do that. So you just want to put a little bit at it, a little splash, little splash, little splash, just till it's all incorporated. We're going to take the rest of this milk and put it into a larger pan. without splashing it all over like I just did, into a larger pan on a medium heat, okay, on a medium heat. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our eggs now, our tempered eggs, and we're going to add this to this. You know what, I should probably use my whisk, would be better to start, and then we'll go into our spatula, okay? So now your eggs are in with your half and half, okay? And just make sure you get any extra out of there, okay? And that's it. And now we're going to let this simmer for about 3 to 5 minutes, and it's going to get really thick, like a custard thick. Okay, which is exactly what we want. That's going to be our cream. It's going to go over the top of this pie. Man, oh man, is this thing getting better and better every minute? Alright, see you in a few when this is that custard consistency I've been telling you about. Okay, I just wanted to add while you're cooking your custard here, medium to low heat, preferably even low heat, 3 to 5 minutes. This is going to thicken up. It already is starting to. This is also something that you can't just leave and walk away from. You have to stay here. You have to keep stirring it. Okay, it's only for a couple minutes, but it's going to thicken up quick, and you don't want it to burn. So this is one of those ones that you just keep on stirring. Alrighty, see you in a few. Okay, I switched back to my whisk because it's just about done. I mean, look at the consistency of this. It's like vanilla pudding at this point, okay, which is exactly what we want. Look how low that heat, very, 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 very low heat. It's going to continue to bubble even on that tiny little heat, okay, because the mixture is obviously hot. So we're just about done with this. Just want to get it nice and thick, and then we're going to pour this over our pie. Okay, so there's our pastry cream. We took our pie out of the refrigerator, and we're just going to pour this pastry cream right on the top. That's making our banana cream part of the day, or our cream part of the banana cream part. The bananas are in the bottom with that great mixture. I mean, this thing is just, I sampled a little bit of this pastry cream. I mean, this rum-infused pastry cream is, I can't even tell you how amazing it is. So this thing's done. It's going into the fridge for a couple hours. We'll try to smooth it out if we can. In the fridge for a couple hours. Again, tonight's dessert. We'll see you later on for the tasting, man. This one is gonna be crazy good. Alrighty, there it is. Look at that. That's a beauty. Okay, so we're gonna take it out of our spring form pan here. Came together really nice. I just liked holding it up to give you close-ups. Okay, the crust is a little high around the sides, but that's okay. It's extra crust. Who doesn't want extra crust? Especially when it's Nilla wafer crust. Okay, so let me get it. Okay, look at that. I want to try to give you a nice close-up. See, you got your pastry cream on the top. You got your banana Foster's layer underneath that, and then you got your Nilla wafers crust. Okay, let's try. I've been dying all day to try this thing. Okay, cheers, everybody. Okay, by far, since we've been doing this show 2 months now, this is the best thing I've made in the 2 months. This is a keeper for sure. If you like Bananas Foster, if you like banana cream pie, this is the one you gotta make. Oh my god. I'm telling you, this is amazing. Alrighty. You saw how we did it. Wasn't that hard. You gotta make this one, people. If you like bananas, this is the one to do. Alrighty, I've gotta finish my piece. I'll see you tomorrow.